Hey, how are you? Ashley here. Today we're going to talk about the difference between emotional and physical hunger and how to spot the difference. So if you'd like to know, stay tuned for that. But emotional and physical hunger are very similar, so it makes it hard to spot the difference between them. But I do have some cues here for you. So number one, emotional hunger comes on suddenly. So, have you ever been just sitting down and you're like, ooh, I want a bag of chips. And like, you're just craving that saltiness or the bag of chips or whatever. So that comes on suddenly. And whereas regular physical hunger will come on gradually. So like you'll get that small rumble in your stomach or the little pang in your stomach, and you're like, oh, okay, I think I'm hungry. I should probably go try to make something soon. Emotional hunger craves specific comfort food. So if you're like that, I want that cheesecake or pizza or candy, and nothing else will do. Whereas physical hunger, almost anything sounds good, like even your vegetables, right? So emotional hunger often leads to mindless eating as well. When you're sitting down in front of the TV, watching a show or a movie, and all of a sudden you look down and you finish the entire bag of chips or the entire row of cookies, and you're like, what? What just happened? Like, I didn't even taste that. I've done that so many times. Whereas physical hunger, you're more present and you're more aware, and you can actually assess your hunger levels, and you know when you're full, right? So emotional hunger, also on the topic of being full, you very rarely stop when you're full, and it leads to that feeling of like overfull and stuffed and the weird gross feeling. Hi Leah, nice to see you. So yeah, and you get that overstuffed feeling, whereas when you're physically hungry, you eat till you're full, and then you're satisfied, and then you can move on with your day. Emotional hunger isn't located in the stomach. It's more so located in the mind, in your senses and stuff like that. So with emotional hunger, you're craving certain smells, certain textures, tastes, and stuff like that. And nothing else is really going to do unless you get that. Whereas physical hunger, you're just going to feel a sensation in your stomach, that like your stomach's rumbling, or you get that little pang in your stomach. And then we have, finally, emotional hunger often leads to regret and shame and guilt, right? I've been there a ton of times. I'm eating not what I'm supposed to be eating or what I should eat, what my body's actually craving, the nutrients. I'm eating the chips and the cookies. Then I get to that gross, uncomfortable feeling. And then that's when I start feeling guilt and shame and regret, right? Whereas physical hunger, you normally stop when you're full, so you feel nice and satisfied. That shame and that guilt doesn't come in because you're actually feeding your body the nutrients that it wants. So anyway, so those 6 differences should hopefully help you cue figuring out the difference between emotional and physical. So I'll just quickly go over them again. So emotional hunger comes on suddenly. It craves specific comfort foods, leads to mindless eating. You're not satisfied once you're full. It's not located in the stomach, and it often leads to guilt, shame, or regret. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. If you want more of this, I have an awesome emotional eating challenge in my free community. So check the link in bio. If you just scroll down a little bit in the free resources, it says join my free community. And in the guide section, we have a ton of challenges there. And one is emotional eating. And I absolutely loved it because it helped me so much when I first started on my journey. Thinking about my journal. But anyway, so make sure to check out that link in bio and join the free community. Hope you guys have a good day.